And with that, you hear the cheer beside me. Mike Elliott back here, High Button Sports. I got my main man, Cohen Cook, on the camera this evening for this neutral ice affair as Dartmouth hosting the Valley Wildcats here downtown Lower Sackville. We're at the Sackville Arena. Fourth meeting between these two clubs this year. Valley taking that series 2-1. These two teams will also face in the very last game of the regular schedule, only 2 weeks away. How scary is that? Is that we're almost in playoff time. So we'll see with these two squads. This game was put together quite quickly as a makeup game. They found some ice and they end up here. Starting goalies for this evening, number 31, Max Reed for the Dartmouth Bees. And down the ice from him, number 1, Jerry Maxwell, as we get the drop of the puck and we are on the way. Of course, Dartmouth wearing their whites and they're in the zone early. Down here, looking over front, gonna like to shoot, gonna fire with that one, does go just high. Not sure if Max got a piece of that or not, but comes all the way outside the zone. Hustling back now is Korhoksky. He looks to pick it up in the corner. He's got a couple of red jerseys on him quickly as the Valley's wearing their reds. There's a loose puck over front, near the chance, but just fanning that one in front of the goal was McCrae. Almost had himself a gift in front of the Dartmouth goaltender. Now from the corner, Dartmouth trying to corral a bouncing puck. They come out now, 3 of them. Trying to head man a pass there. Couldn't quite connect with Snow, who was trying to split the D. Look for some room right down Main Street. Now down from the far corner. Wildcats look to clear. A little chip pass off to the center, just out of the reach. Trying to stretch for that one was McCrae. And the officials arms up because they didn't get a piece of that one. Get a first whistle. This one was a minute in, and icing will be the call. Special shout out, of course, to Dartmouth wearing their 3rd jerseys, of course, for Black History Month. The beautiful jerseys that they are with the straight 3 letters on the front. But, of course, they have diversity and inclusion on the back. No last name, so give me a few moments to get used to the names with the numbers as we get this thing going. Valley cleared up here through the neutral zone. Dartmouth right there to put it back. Valley tried to get that change in as they couldn't change on the icing. Had to be careful. They didn't want to have too many players. Dartmouth able to put it right back in deep. There's a bump in behind the net. Dartmouth looking to take the puck. Look for a pass over front. Valley takes that away. And they look to move it up. Far side now. Partial 3-on-2 as they get inside the zone. Dartmouth trying to get back in the back check. Force them to the corner. Trying to spin away there is Keddy. Keddy loses the handle. Dartmouth reversed it to the opposite corner now. Down deep in the corner. As stepping up there is Cameron. Cameron leaves it in the corner for Valley. Trying to spin off a check, trying to come out of the corner. Almost ran right into the Dartmouth player, Hall, who stood him up. Dartmouth trying to clear, kept in, far side. Keddy looks out front. That pass is picked off. Dartmouth will try again to clear. Looking to hold that line was Cameron. And now he has on the half wall. Looking out front, trying to get that high slot and trying to pick that back was Keddy. Couldn't quite release the trigger. Now Dartmouth will try to clear. They get as far as the red line. Valley put it right back in. Dartmouth right back the other way, but that pass a little far, too far behind the intended target. Everybody looked around, thought it was going to be icing. Icing's waved off. Play continues. Dartmouth's going to get that change in. And fresh off the bench, almost picking the pass off with Osman as these two teams look for it. Now Breen, he can't get a step. Dartmouth quickly back the other way. Just sidestepping a step there as Morrison, he knows this rink quite well. All his Sackville minor hockey days. He's back in the back check. He gives a little bump there between him and Nickerson. Back in their own zone. Loose puck, another hit as both teams starting to throw the body around here early in this one. Dartmouth trying to spin it back the other way. Looking for some room inside the line here. Here's Osmond. Osmond looking out front, trying to connect back door as Morris was crashing the goal. In behind. Pops out front. Valley pick it off and off to the races. Backhand pass far side. Spinning and turning is Terrace. Of course, team leading scorer with 19 points. Jack Terrace putting in deep. Now from the corner, looking out front. Couldn't quite connect with the pass. Checking in from the blue line now is Troop. He goes all the way around the goal, looking out front, trying to find an opening. Spins and fires. That pass is picked off. Dartmouth able to clear. All by himself there. He hits the red line, dumps it in deep as Ross. But down there on the forecheck, flying in. Looking for a loose puck, couldn't quite pick it up. But on the far side, they're trying to catch Dartmouth on a change, but Valley's making a change himself, so Kenny's got just to dump it in deep. Now from the corner. Player gets taken down, and the referee's arm goes up. We're going to get our first penalty of this one. Tripping is going to be the call. And heading to the box. As he untucks his jersey, is number 23, and I think a couple numbers got changed with their third jerseys compared to their regular jerseys. But we'll get the announcement here momentarily. Either way, power play for the Wildcats, and they're going to have to start that back in their own zone as it gets moved all the way straight down. They'll look to wind things up from behind their own goal. There's a cross-ice pass. That takes a bounce. Looking to catch up to it. Able to get a stick on it is Nickerson to put it in deep. Bounce the puck out front. Careful there. It went right by the goal. A chance there for Dartmouth. They clear, they do. Looking cross-ice. Still trying to pick things up as they put things down deep. Dartmouth with a chance in behind. 40 seconds tick off on the power play. Now to the far side, Hillier. He can't clear. Valley, again, back in the corner. McRae trying to come out front with it. Gets kicked around a little bit, comes to the other side. Now from the corner again. Trying to set things up. Pearl. Back to the blue line. McRae has a spin there to look to keep that on. Go the backhand pass. It's going to be picked out. Got a chance for a player in behind the play. Is touching that one up with Snow. Couldn't quite catch up. As we have our high buttons own Elliot Friedman. Mason Denike, of course, ex-coach here with the Dartmouth V's, feeding up some information. Let me know that number 23 is Bryce Carroll, called up from the Cole Harbour Rage. Appreciate that, Mason. Kept in the far side. Only 30 seconds to go here in the power play. Valley going to go back up top to move things around. Looking down low, give and go, trying to set up a good active stick there by Olmstead to knock that loose, but Valley still have it in the corner. Another chance up front, and they're almost trying to knock it in off the goaltender, but the net, it's going to be knocked off as he's able to make that save. 10 seconds to go here on the power play, as they're just about 6.5 gone here first period. So wait for our first goal. Each team 2 shots apiece up on the board. Face-off will stay here Trapper side. As Dartmouth will try to clear out far side. Takes a V's bounce. As the Valley have to give chase back in their own zone. They're going to chip it off the wall. Penalized player comes out of the box. And that penalty box is left open as well. So they have to watch out for that. And you can see looking to try to put him in the box there was Osman. But back in their own zone. Go down on one knee, but able to make that pass up. Now from the far side. Up to the middle. Pass is picked off. Cloud. Couldn't make anything happen. Valley quickly back the other way, trying to find some room inside the line. Elects to put that in deep as Keddy. Cornu put that to the far side, held in the blue line. Look for deflection in front. That puck doesn't get through. Now go try again, top of the circle. That one gets through. A nice pad save. Puts it to the corner. Was Reed. This one's going to go all the way down the length of the ice, but it's going to come right down on top of Maxwell. And he looks up and sees Cloud flying in. He elects to hold on. And we'll get a face-off deep now here in the Wildcat zone. 13:43 remaining here in the first period. Dartmouth able to kill. We'll check here in a sec. Hopefully we're back live here now. Yep. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. We lost the feed there for a moment. Obviously, some internet technical difficulties. Hopefully, nothing lost there. Still no score. 12:23 remaining here in the game. And we'll get things rolling. Good time sometimes with technology, but right now we're watching some good action on the ice. And a nice chance there as Osman tried to make his way through. Couldn't quite get by the last defender. Quickly back the other way. Here comes Ross. Ross gets inside the line. Nothing happened there. They dump it in deep to the far side. They'll try to bring it up here again. Up the other way. We'll move things around. Both teams making some changes. Dartmouth looking on the far side. They're going to hit the red line, dumping in deep. Valley from in behind. Dartmouth relentless here on the forecheck. And heads up as the Valley try to clear the puck out, but got the short glass here along front of the boards, and right in front of the seat And that one's going to go up in the netting. And at a play, force the face-off down low. 8.5 gone here. First period, no score. Shots just 3 apiece. Now that draw, kind of a scramble draw, as trying to go right straight ahead with it was Saunier. Valley takes that away. They look the other way, trying to get behind. Nice play there at center as Korhoski took that pass away as Valley was trying to do that long stretch. They had McRae flying up the ice. Now they just stay on side. Gets poked back out again. These two teams playing between the two blue lines here for a lot of this game, just going back and forth. Valley can look at the change out. Here's a shot from the top of the circle. That one gets through and kicked aside by Reed. Keeping it into the blue line is Cameron. Trying to find some room. Firing a shot there is Gambin. That gets deflected along the boards now. Look to move it up again. They can look to get him behind the D and trying to get a step here. Muse, he moves up, trying a nice little backhand in tight, but a better save from Maxwell as flying in there was Cloud. And with a grade A opportunity on that far post, but a better save from Jaron Maxwell. Able to stay with that, make sure there's no room between him and the post, and cut that at an angle on that far side. On the faceoff now, in the feet to the half wall. Dartmouth looks to keep it in. They put it back down deep in the corner, picked up there by Stoddard. He rims it around the boards. And that's going to hit a skate of Hillier at the blue line, goes down deep to the corner. They battle. And Hillier able to get there first, move it to the opposite side. They try to go up through the middle, pass almost picked off, and now spinning and turning and trying to chip one up ahead is Cloud. Had that opportunity moments ago, looking for more. Puck comes loose up top, trying to walk in, looking for a shooting lane is Hall. He can't pull the trigger and just sidestepping a check is Hall. Couldn't get the shot off, and miss with the check as well. Now we got Breen as well. And that's another affiliate player called up this one for the Valley as Breen tried to make something happen there. There's a deflection from the far side. It went off a skate, lands in the corner. And Dartmouth looked to skate out with some speed, trying to get a lane here is Hall. He loses the handle. Wildcats will shoot it back out here to center. Looking to put it right back in deep is Olmsted. He loses it back quickly with some room. Far side, but the whistle's gonna go in behind the play. There's going to be a slashing call, and it's going to go against the Valley with that rush here on that far side, and he had some real estate too, but Jack Terrace in behind the play is going to get called for the slash. So for the first time this evening, Wildcats going to head to the penalty box, and Dartmouth will get their first power play. Just over 10.5 gone here in the first, as Terrace will serve 2 or less for the slashing call. Dartmouth pulls out from the face-off to the far side. Walks in, trying to go there short on that glove side, just inside the circle. Pretty well right at the face-off top. I can't beat the glove of Maxwell. We'll redo that draw. Again, Dartmouth with another face-off win. Back to the blue line. There's a shot looking for the traffic in front. That misses here on the short side. Kept in by Ayut. They go crisscross with it. Another chance here. Fire one into Maxwell again. Out to the top of this crease. Is getting that one on goal was Luke Saunier. But up to the task is Maxwell coming out top of the blue paint, cutting down the angle and holding on. Forcing another face-off. This one's going to come to the half wall. Valley looking to move it. Dartmouth finds it. Move it over to the far side. Trying to move things around. There's another shot again with traffic in front. That one does get through. Maxwell makes a save. Rebound comes to the corner. 40 seconds ticks off on the power play. Pick it up right from the goal line there. Trying to slide one through. Maxwell's down. Still finding a loose puck. Still looking for it. Somehow that stays out. And then it comes in behind Dartmouth again, trying to come out front. Now they got to elect to go back to the blue line. Trying to find some room. Cornu moves it over. Ayut throws a shot in. Sharp ankle shot, then another shot. There's Maxwell. All of a sudden we had no shots, and all of a sudden with this power play, Dartmouth throwing everything at the net. As we're sitting here 13-5 shots on goal in favor of the Vs. As referee Yellington to move it down the corner. Valley just trying to kill more time off in this penalty, about 40 seconds remaining. And And now this you can see as Dartmouth touches the puck. It was all tied up. He got away with one, but he wasn't going to get away with the second, third, as Lachlan Ross, number 22, is going to get called for cross-checking. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 32 seconds, and the Valley will have their second power play here of the evening. Just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first. Dartmouth coming close there on that pretty well minute and a half power play. Pretty well staying in the zone the whole time. And Maxwell doing his job between the pipes for the Wildcats. That one took a funny bounce off the glass, and trying to get in behind a skater there was Osmond. Osmond fires a shot. Maxwell again way out of his crease to make the save. Rebounds picked up, and here comes the Wildcats trying to go cross ice for McCrae. He has to stop up. He goes back the other side. As moving in there is Banks. Banks puts it to the corner, trying to connect there with Ringlet. He tries to pick it up in behind. He gets pinched off the puck. Still loose here at the blue line. Dartmouth able to force it out as the penalty was over, so they can ice the puck now. A minute 22 power play here for the Wildcats, and looking to go for a skate. Inside the line to the far side. Gambin, he looks out front. That pass is picked off by the other number 12 on Dartmouth, Korhosky. Now McCrae. McCrae fires one through. Reed sees the other way out through the peg. The save came all the way to the blue line. Then he tried to slide that pass back to the back door, but it's picked off in the middle and sent down the length of the ice. 50 seconds remaining here in the power play. And the Valley will try again. McCrae looking to come up through the middle. Cameron McCrae, he got the shot, hit a shin pad, and the rebound. That shot's going to land in the glove of Reed. He's going to hold on. 40 seconds remaining here in the power play. Faceoff will stay in the Dartmouth zone. Should mention as well, Max Reed got that whiteout look. He had a white stick. He got the white blocker, white trapper, white pads, white helmet, that white jersey. The white stick, you wouldn't be able to see him. He laid down on the ice. Here Dartmouth trying to clear, kept in along the wall. McCrae, he decides, and that shot hits the stick and then sits in the crease for the moment. Dartmouth fires it to the corner as Hall tries to clear, and this one does get out. Maxwell thought about coming with the plate. He's gonna leave it, and he'll leave it there for Blandon. Blandon has a quick look up ice. Wildcats have to go quick here. Want to take advantage of the rest of this power play. 10 seconds remaining as Terrace trying to find some room here on the short side. He stops up, gets pushed to the corner. Here the goalie tapping his stick in the background. The penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. Pass out front. Couldn't quite get through, and it's deflected up into the netting and a play. Just under 6 remaining here now in the first period. Still tied here at 0. Shots 14-6 in favor of the Vs. This is the fourth meeting, like they mentioned at the start of the broadcast, with the Valley winning 2 of the 3, but every game was pretty close. And this one is shaping up to be the exact same. And, of course, these two will face off each other to end the season, which is just around the corner. We'll be in playoffs. There's still some positioning to happen before we know who's going to sit where. There's a big hit there behind the net, but it's kept at the blue line. Long shot with traffic, but Maxwell again, top of his blue paint, able to find that with some large lads in front of him. A hold on, forced to face off deep in the zone. 5:33 remaining here, first period now. And of course, a big shout out today, the big game at the Olympics. Team Canada had us sweating again, but came up with a big victory. And they'll take on the U.S. on Sunday. We all can't wait to watch that Sunday morning. Here's the Valley. Look to clear. Kept in at the blue line. Korhosky holds on. Carries it. Looks out front. And goes off a skate. Chipping it from the other side. And almost deflected. That was twice it almost went on off a Valley stick in front of Maxwell. But over on the far side now. Chip back in behind. Giving chase here Stoddard. Stoddard going to reverse it. As they look up ice. Trying to flick one up. They get by a few skates, see if they call this one icing. And Dartmouth gets there first. Icing will be the call. Back to the Wildcats. And we go. Sorry, he's looking over at the Wildcats bench. They're trying to sneak a change in there. But the referee was over there quickly, trying to send a couple players back. They're going to have to send one more out. They only got 4 on the ice. Looks like Pearl will come back on the ice. I don't know which one the referee's looking for here. Looks like are they going to call somebody? Who's coming back on? Looks like McCrae. So Kenny will get the toss. McCrae can't take it because he's the one late off the bench. So now it looks like Stoddard. Stoddard going to line up with Snow. Or sorry, I apologize, that was Hall. He had his jersey half tucked in there. The 8 looked like a 0. Either way, puck comes outside. Dartmouth put the right back in. Cameron stops up behind his net. He looks to start to break out as it chips in from the far wall. Dartmouth picks up. Valley trying to sneak that change in. Dartmouth trying to go quick up the ice. And he kind of got right into his skates and trips himself up. And there's a player getting tripped up. Everybody had a quick look at the referee. He lets it go. Battle comes in behind the goal. Hall takes his player down. Puck comes to the corner. And now at the bottom of it, on top of him, trying to get off. Flipped around as they get up. They let it go as Hall was all tied up there with Gosling. Now from the corner. Valley trying to get it off the half wall. They chip it up. As far as the blue line, they do get it out. Dartmouth right there looking to put it back in. Valley will try again. They hit the red line this time. Able to find the open corner. Jaden Hall looks to pick it up in the corner. Goes in behind the net as he looks up ice. He might go for a little skate. No, he's going to hand it off. And they try to do a quick touch-up. But he wasn't quite ready for it. Wildcats stuff it right back in. Behind the net now, Hillier. He goes around. That's going to come outside the line. Hustling back now is Troop. Troop looks up ice. His pass is picked up. Get a chance here. And that goes just outside of the goal post. That's almost a gift there for Dartmouth. As that puck was picked off and put up to the high slot. Now a chance to the other side. Blandon fired one. That misses wide. I think Reed might have got a piece of the blocker. Either way, now Dartmouth behind the goal. They look up ice. Trying to chip on up to the Reno. Ringolet trying to put it back through the other way. Blandon look for 3 white jerseys, 2 red jerseys, trying to knock that puck loose. The referee saying play the puck, boys. It's quiet in here this evening, and we can pick up the players and the ref and the coaches. Goes this side, and where's the puck? And somehow Maxwell able to get down, keep that out. Now they've done the shot. This one gets through, and Maxwell's down, and he can't quite reach back enough. As you can see, Maxwell on his belly, trying to reach back with the paddle. Troop down there as well, doing everything he can, but it just trickles over the goal line. And I believe it's going to be Darcy Yerbe that's going to put that one home, number 20 for Dartmouth with the first goal. This one, pretty well 17 and a half minutes gone here in the first period. Shots on goal as well, 19-6 in favor of Dartmouth, though. They've been firing a lot of rubber at the Valley goaltender. They finally have one get past him, and it took a lot just to get that one past, and it just got over the goal line. Dartmouth looking for more now from the center line. They put it in deep. Goes to the far corner. Looking up ice now. Dartmouth again holds the line. Looking for a pass up through the middle. Couldn't quite connect there with Conroy Snow, who is heading towards the goal. Valley will try to clear again. And again, can't clear as they try that touch pass. Dartmouth throws one out front. Both teams look for it, and a wild backhand that goes just over the net. Now trying to hold the line. Korharski, referee's arms up again as there's going to be a call, and it's going to be going against Dartmouth. Goaltender heads for the extra attacker. Stretch pass. That's going to come in all the way down on Reed, and he's going to come out fire to the corner. Whistle's going to go. So right after Dartmouth scores to take the lead. Oh, charging's the call. You scared me for a second as Cohen said charging. I thought he meant we were losing a charge on our iPad. I was getting worried. We already had some technical difficulties, but we're all good. Of course, he's a referee, and he can't help being a referee up here in the booth. And they always get the calls right. But it will be charging, and it's going to be charged to Braden Cloud. So a chance here for the Wildcats on the power play here before the intermission. Looking to tie this hockey game up as the battle in the corner ensues. There's a shot that gets deflected, goes to the far side, chipping in from the blue line now. is Blandon. He puts it down deep. In behind as they look over front. Try to get that pass through, couldn't quite make it, and the net's going to be knocked off. As he looked over the ref. And unfortunately, sometimes here at the old barn, the nets come off a little easy. You got to sometimes get some extra snow on there, put some water. Either way, a minute 30 remaining in the period, minute 38 left in the power play. Face off, I'll say down deep. Valley trying to hold the line, but able to send that down the length of the ice is Muse. Maxwell out to play it. A little backhand sauce pass over to his teammate who takes it behind the net, stop up. Now they look to wheel up from behind the net. Likes to go with the drop. Ringanet hits the red line. Gonna dump that deep. Rims it around the old horn from the other side. Picked up now by Etheridge. He's gonna lose the handle in behind as he gets pushed to the corner. Looking to take it down deep is Nickerson. He's got Hall on top of him, and Dartmouth able to find a loose puck and send it down the length of the ice. 50 seconds remaining here in the period. There's Maxwell trying to send a long stretch pass. Didn't get enough on that one, but he does throw it up to center. Picked up now by Gamden. Gamden loses along the boards, but fired a shot there from the blue line with Esrich. That goes wide. Pearl holds the line. Chipped it there for Ringanet, puts it down deep. In behind the net, looking for it is Nickerson. Pops loose. Only 25 seconds remaining here. Valley trying to get it off the wall. Goes to the opposite corner. Gamden trying to bring it out, pushes it in behind. Goes to the opposite corner now. 10 seconds left. Trying to walk off the boards with it. Maybe a chance here for Dartmouth, short-handed. With only 5 seconds to go, they go over the line. Looking for a shot. They'd like to try to sauce one out front of Snow. Was going to the near post, but couldn't quite catch up. But that's going to do it for us after one. Dartmouth leads 1-0. Shots 20-6, also in favor of Dartmouth. But we'll come back after about a 10-minute break. Valley will be on a 7-second power play. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes. And just like that, we're back. Second period action just getting ready to get on their way. Dartmouth leading by 1 after 20 minutes. Shots 20-6 in favor of the Vs. They'll have 7 seconds of penalty kill time here to start the second period. These two teams sitting 10th and 11th in the standings. 7-20-1 record for Dartmouth, 7-19-2 record for the Valley. So these teams pretty close, but Dartmouth has had the numbers so far here this evening, but still lots of hockey left to be played. As the penalized player comes in the box, Dartmouth keeps that puck in, and Maxwell going to make the save and going to play that. And Valley able to clear it out. They chip it inside the zone, back to pick it up now. Here's Korharski. He throws it hard off the far boards. Wildcats there again to get back in. They tag up on the offside. Korharski will try again. Stops up behind his own net. Hands off along the half wall. They look up through the middle now. Pass deflected in by Snow. And Maxwell sees Snow flying in, and little Snow actually goes beside him as well as he comes way out on the side of his crease, going to hold on. We'll get a quick whistle to start this one, just 35 seconds here into the second period. The Valley, this is one of 3 games for them this weekend. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday. Dartmouth will play tomorrow, where they take on the Kings in Cole Harbour. Now here's the Wildcats. Etheridge trying to get a step. Him and Hillier give battle. Hillier looking to take him to the boards. Puck loose now. Still down deep in the corner, right by those Zamboni doors. Got to be careful. Sometimes the ice is a little choppy there. You got that connection as well. Take some funny bounces out of there with Hillier. This time now, giving battle with Keddy. Keddy trying to knock it loose, but it's going to be picked up by Hillier, moves on the boards, and Dartmouth tries to move it up, trying to make a move inside the line. There's Alette. But the Valley picked that off, and they're quickly the other way. Blandon, he gets forced to the corner, tries to back in out front, it's off the post. Somehow Blandon able to get that out front, and Keddy forced that and got by the goaltender, but not the far post, and Dartmouth quickly back the other way. Now deep in the corner. Valley pushes it. They look up ice. Heads up over there. As that one, nobody was looking for a moment too. You can see the coach directing the young fan for a puck who never knew it came out. It went up underneath the mesh and out of play. I'll keep the face-off inside the zone. Just over a minute and a half gone now here in the second. This face-off controlled by the Vs at the blue line. Putting that one down deep is Olmstead. As Breen tried to clear it off the boards. Valley gets forced back deep. They'll try the opposite corner now. They're going to elect just to send that down the length of the ice. The race is on, but Dartmouth will get there first, and icing will be the call. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on a chilly Friday night. What better to do to sit, watch a little high button sports. This one and the other game, there's 2 U16 on the docket, and I believe U16 female or U18 female. Either way, lots of hockey to keep you going on this chilly Friday night. As the Valley, go to the other side, Breen. Breen looks up ice. Connects there with Camo, who puts it in deep. Gives chase, but getting there first is going to be Morrison. Morrison loses the handle, but the teammate helps him out, and they force it to the other side. Size have to check. Dartmouth looks to move it up through the middle. And they got to get on the wrong side of the blue. They got to tag back up here. They're still offside. They got to come all the way back, and they got a little confusion. As everybody was trying to come inside the blue line. This icing's waved off back the other way. Dartmouth goes back and forth behind their net. And then losing it along the boards. Now Gambin, he's going to lose the handle, able to reach back and keep it in. Banks tried for a pass out front. That goes off a skate. Now here comes a partial 2-on-1 shaping up with the puck. Osmond, short side, elects to shoot. And you can see there Maxwell able to come out and give Osmond no angle at all. And makes the save. He gets that right in the old bread basket. 3 minutes gone now here in the second. Face off again here, trying for side of the Valley goaltender. Dartmouth's going to go far side. That pass is picked off. And back the other way quickly. Here comes Terrace. Terrace stops up. Looks out front, trying to get a pass through. Puck's loose. There's going to be some extra push and shoving as looking for a loose puck in front. Gave the goaltender a little tap, and you know the defenders don't like that too much, but nothing comes from that as Reed's able to hold on. And another face-off, but this time in the Dartmouth zone. This face-off, Dartmouth looking to clear. Kind of one-hand chip shot that out to center. Gamden there to put it right back down deep. Looking to get there first. Nickerson. He overskates it in the corner. Gets some help and they push it back. Now Cornu trying to move it out. And they do get it outside the line. Gamden there looking to take it right back in. Goes along the boards. Korharski trying to chip it out. That first attempt gets blocked off. Second attempt, he's able to find the open boards. This one won't make it far enough for icing as Gamden's back to pick it up in his own zone. He looks up to the middle, trying to get in behind. And he had 3 red jerseys on that side, but it went off his skate. Couldn't swipe it out. Dartmouth hits the red line, dumps it in deep. As Gamden again will look up ice. Gonna sauce a pass over to the far side. Nickerson trying to get it in stride. Nickerson on the far side. He fires a shot. That is deflected, misses. Comes here to the near corner. Big body check there as Dartmouth trying to throw it around. Some pushing and shuffling going on here. Valley fans looking for a call, not going to get it. This time they may get it, and now they might get it right back as down in the corner. A big battle there between Braden Cloud and Braden Nickerson. I believe they're both going to be heading to the box. Valley was getting the first one, and then I think the retaliation. I should have said Dartmouth was going to get the first one. The retaliation on the Valley side of things will get it. So I think I will say 5-on-5. Of course, I should be asking our cameraman, who is a referee. Oh, it looks like Dartmouth's going to be getting the extra one. I'm assuming that'd be 4. Probably 4 for head contact. And then Valley maybe 2 for roughing. That's what we're going to go with. 2 minutes up on the clock. No, the announcer's not announcing the goals or the penalties, as we're missing Mr. Wade Wild here this evening. But 2-minute power play here now for the Wildcats. If they're looking for the equalizer right on that short side on the doorstep. That's going to go off the side of the goal. Valley will look to retreat now. They put it back here to the blue line, looking to set up. Down along the wall, looking to switch places. Trying to give it back to him. Pass just a little bit too far behind him. Dartmouth takes advantage of that down the length of the ice. Maxwell to play it. He's going to leave that there now for Blandon. He stops up, going to hand it off. They try to wind it up on the far side. Put some speed in front of his own bench. Down deep in the corner. Looking back door. They tried to slide that straight across. Couldn't quite get the pass through. Now they cycle on the boards, but Dartmouth reads that. They're going to send that down the length of the ice. 50 seconds tick off the power play. Maxwell to play. He puts it to the corner, but the only player there is Yerve. He gets knocked off the puck, and now the Valley will try again. Nice pass on the stick of Breen. Nolan Breen. He looks for the draw pass. Banks fires one. Saves made. Rebound. Banks again. It's through. It's in the blue paint. They're looking for it. How does this puck stay out, folks? As Reed's down and out, you hear the appreciation from the fans and his teammates. And maybe a chance here. But Terrace is going to be able to get back as Valley cannot believe they didn't put the tying goal up on the mark. Here with 34 seconds to go in the power play. They're still trying. But the Valley going to lose the puck. Dartmouth's going to set it down. Wildcats have to go fast here. We're going to take advantage of the rest of this power play. Only 22 seconds remaining. So look up ice. They slow things down. Chipping inside the line. Looking to get chased, but getting there first. It's going to be Cornu. And he's going to send it down the length of the ice. That should pretty well do it for the power play. As Maxwell's out to play it. He'll leave it there for Ringanette. As the penalized player steps back on the ice. Valley will chip it in right at the red line. Gambin gives chase. Gambin looks out front. That pass doesn't get through. And Dartmouth tries to find it on the far wall. Up to the middle now. Trying to go skate to stick. That's picked off by Pearl. Cohen Pearl behind the net. He rims it around. Kept it at the blue line though. Shot towards the goal. It's deflected. That's going to go to the open corner. Valley again looking to clear. Moved up. They get up over the line as Ketty couldn't quite get the handle. Now Pearl is going to reset things to get it back to his D. Gambin, he can't get a step as he loses the puck. Dartmouth now looking to set up from inside their own zone. They're going to look up ice. That pass right through the middle, almost picked off. As sitting there was Etheridge, but he couldn't quite handle it. Now Dartmouth inside the zone. Pass over front. That's picked off. Valley looking to skate back quickly the other way. Here's Ketty. Ketty looking for some room. He takes it to the far side and trying to get some help, but they can't quite get the puck through. And the puck is going to come outside the line. They tag back, and the door is open. And Hall made Ketty pay, and they put him inside. But the good news for the Wildcat that Ketty is up and okay. There's a stretch pass, trying to break through, trying to come through in a low shoot. He scores! Patrick Camo splitting the D, tying it up. It's 1-1 hockey game. Nice little pass there, and he was able just to reach out and pick it up and skate right down Main Street and put that down low blocker, tying up with one as we approach 8 minutes gone here in the second period. We'll bring it back to center and say wait for the official goal announcement, but unfortunately we're not privileged to that this evening. Again, both these teams not on their home ice. And actually this is the third time for the Valley in the last few weeks as they played the Armada here a few times as they on Saturdays that they took the Kings normal ice time. And here's the Wildcats looking for more. That shot from the blue line gets through, but Troop didn't get much on that, and Reed was able to see it all the way, able to hold on, make the save, force a face-off. Face-off now, Trapper side in the Dartmouth zone. In the skates, pop back here to the blue line. Go along the wall, trying to walk off the half wall with it, trying to find a shooting lane. That gets knocked off his stick, and Dartmouth does poke it outside the line. And Camo, like he didn't touch it there, he would have been offside. Now Valley reset. There's a long shot, goes off a skate. That's going to go high off the glass to the corner. As Banks trying to pull it out. Dartmouth picks that off. They almost gave it right back. They'll try it again. They're trying to move it along. Here's Ross. He can't clear the zone. Still stays in. Second, third, fourth attempt at Dartmouth finally clears the zone as Valley look to reset here in the neutral's ice. Getting forced back. Troop going to go across ice with it. That takes a bounce. Dartmouth might be able to take advantage here as they push inside the zone. As Morris, he looks out front. That goes off his stick. Valley picks up, and they're back quickly the other way. These two teams just go end-to-end with the speed and skill. There's a chance here. Far side. Saves made by Reed. Player gets taken down. Looks like the call is going to go against Dartmouth. Right in front. We're going to get a hooking call. There was contact with the goaltender as well. Wasn't sure. But then once Valley had the puck and knew it was going against Dartmouth, and heading to the box, it'll be number 12, Nate Kurharski. So right after the Valley scored to tie it, now they're going to get a chance on the power play. 9:08 gone here in the second period. Shots on goal, 22-16. So Wildcats doing a good job catching up on the shots on goal. And they're able to control the draw. Gambin, hey, he has a look. He's looking for some traffic. Nice shot block there from Snow, putting his body in harm's way. Now Etheridge, he'll try one. That's deflected. That goes to the far side. Ringinette back to the blue line. Pearl gives it back. Puck loose along the boards. Dartmouth can't clear as Pearl's able to hold. Now it's picked up by Nickerson. Nickerson takes it behind the net. Nickerson looks to come up front. He spins and fires. That goes wide. That might have went off a body. Now from the far side, another one. All kinds of deflections here. And there's a chance out front. And a rolling puck. And making no mistake, power play goal. Jaden Etheridge gives the Wildcats a 2-1 lead. So after it was all Dartmouth there in that first period, it's pretty well been the Wildcats here in the second as we approach the halfway mark here of the second period in this hockey game. As the puck kind of went up on edge and landed right in front, right at the top of the crease. And making no mistake was number 15, Jaden Etheridge giving the Valley their first lead of the game. But here's Dartmouth right off the faceoff at center. Bringing the puck inside the zone, looking for the equalizer. Now in behind. Valley able to force it to the far corner. They'll look to clear out. Here's the high sauce. Now we're going to get a race for it. Who's going to get there first? And it looks like stretching was McDonald. Just like with speed skating here with the Olympics, where he watched it right there. And it was almost a photo finish. But the officials get it correct. Icing is the call. We'll bring that face-off back to the Wildcat zone. This face-off, one back to the corner. Wildcats look to clear. We might have a redo here. This one makes it far enough. Not going to make it far enough. As then Terrace looking for a loose puck. Dartmouth forced it to the corner, but Terrace going to get there first. Jack Terrace cycles it back to the corner. Trying to come over the corner with it. Looking out front. That's going to miss everything. Split the uprights at the blue line. Go all the way back to the Valley zone. And now down in the forecheck. Pass picked off of the blue line. Walking in. Looking out front. Backdoor scores! Keen Osman ties it up at 2. As that pass is picked off at the blue line. Walking in. Pass out front. Empty cage. And making no mistake putting that one home. As these teams exchanging goals here now in the last few. We'll bring it back to center. Scramble draw. Now here comes the Valley. They pick one off. They try to fire shot through. That hits the shin pad of Kurhosky. Goes to the corner. Now loose puck again. I think back right in front. That's off the post. Rebound. They score! Crashing the goal after the first shot right off the corner of the crossbar and post. And it's number 22, Maiden Blandon, regaining the lead for the Wildcats. They're coming fast and furious here at the Midway Park of the second. Valley scoring the power play. V's come back and tie it, and Valley gets the lead right back. As a timekeeper, sounds like you're playing the jams of the early 90s here this evening. They got this place rocking. Of course, not too many people made the trip down on the old 101, but a good crowd here on the Dartmouth side here at this neutral ice makeup game. Here comes the Valley, looking for more now. They bring the puck up ice. That goes off a skate at center. Stoddard trying to force up Blandon, trying to reach it. He scored moments ago, giving the Valley back the lead. Now Etheridge looks to put it in deep. He got a little chip and chase as him and Kurhosky give battle. Kurhosky will get there first. Cornu looking to move it on the boards. Dartmouth up through the middle. Spinning and turning, couldn't quite connect with that pass. Now Etheridge trying to find it along the boards. They put it just inside the zone. Cornu. They look to move it out. Kenny there at center to knock it back in deep. He's looking for a change. Maybe a chance here. Looking for that long stretch pass. Just inside the line, stopping up. Cloud trying to make some time and space as he takes it wide, makes a few moves there. And he elects to rim it around the old horn. At the blue line, Hillier trying to keep it in. Valley push it out. Back at his own line now, Jaden Hall. He looks to move it up. They got one official was going to call, the other one waves it off. It looked like it was touched at center as they put it down in deep. Now from the corner. Both teams battle away with it. Valley pick it up as Pearl got to rim around to the far side. Looking to pick it up now is McCrae. McCrae trying to chip it out. Able to hold the line. As Gosling will try again. This one's picked off on the backhand, trying to pull one out front. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Wildcats able to clear the zone. Back in his own blue line. Hall moves up quick. Goes off a stick. These two teams going back and forth through neutral ice here. Maybe a chance here is picked up by Parsons. Parsons trying to get through. He moves it over. Spinning a turn. Fire. There's Maxwell as in tight. Right on top of the goaltender was Snow. But Maxwell able to kick out that right leg and make a nice little pad save in tight. Now looking to move it out again. Here comes the Wildcats. Here in the short side, Carson Pearl flying up the ice. Pearl, he looks for a shot. That goes off his shin pad and just misses on the short side. Now on the back check was Camo. He couldn't quite come up with the puck. Now in behind the D, but that pass is picked off, and Gamden's off for a skate. Gamden trying to get a step. He can't get by the white defense of Dartmouth. They're going to fire one up. And again, in behind the play, they're trying to find that as Cloud was kind of hanging around the blue line trying to get in behind the defense. Now click up on the far side. We're going to dump it in. Pardon me. From the corner. Trying to move it around. Dartmouth will look to clear. Up the middle, just spinning, but spun the wrong way without debt. Now he gives chase inside the zone. As Ringanet moves it along the boards. Can't clear the zone. Both teams give chase to the far side now. Looking to walk out with it. Get some help as he puts it down deep to Yerve. Back to the blue line. There's a quick shot. There's a deflection in front. Passes a few times. It lands on the far side. Another pass out front. Nice play to hold the line there. But this attempt by the Valley is going to clear. This one not going to make it far enough for icing. Is back to pick it up with Morrison. Morrison leaves it in behind. Trying to chip that one in was Yerve. Now he's trying to go skate the stick as he puts it to the open corner. Hewlett trying to find it. Now trying to connect with Saunier. But that comes out. Has to hustle back at his own line. Pass picked off at the middle. They try to stay on side. They bring it inside the blue line. Breen moves over. Here's a quick shot, but that's a high riser. As missing the goal there is Terrace. Now Terrace from the corner. Trying to find some room. Has a quick look towards the goal. There's a deflection on the short side. It's Banks. Got a piece of it. Now from in behind. Player gets knocked down. Valley comes up to the puck. Ready for the face-off. Now fire another one high. On that far side. That was off the glass. Dartmouth trying to push it out. Kept in. Here's Breen. He fires one, and Reed just get a piece of that. I didn't know where the rebound was, but he got enough of it with the shoulder to go up over the goal and off the top of the glass, but stays in again from the far boards. Trying to make some room. One hand out front, but that pass is picked off, and the referee at center has his hand up, and there is going to be another call, and it's going to go against Dartmouth, and it's going to be a cross check, and it's going to be charged to number 11, Luke Saunier. 4:14 remaining here in the second. Another power play opportunity for the Wildcats. They scored earlier this period on the power play. Would love to double up their lead as we get to the later stages of the second period. Shots now 27-21, still in favor of Dartmouth. This face-off in the feet, trying to walk out from it. The V's just knock it loose. They try to clear, but a good back check by Nickerson to hold the line and keep it in deep. Nice check over there on the far side to take his player down, but Wildcats had the puck. A little crisscross here at the blue line. Blandon with a quick look. He looks for some room. He looks out front and with a redirect, but it misses just wide on the far side. I think it might have went off his skate more than his stick, but either way, it's a hard pass, and I think the net's going to be knocked off. As players hit the ice, have a few words as they get back up, but looks like nothing's going to come from that. 27 seconds tick off the power play. As I'll put the net back on its moorings. Face-off will stay inside the zone. Wildcats coming closer in that last exchange. This face-off controlled by Dartmouth. They look to take it behind the goal, go along the boards, but Blandon there at the blue line to hold it. Now Terrace goes down low. He gives it to Breen, goes back to Terrace. Terrace, Breen, little give and go, shoots! And I'm pretty sure Reed got a piece of it as everybody had to look for it. And it went up over the goal. Clear it up to center. Now the Wildcats takes a bump. Breen in there looking for a loose puck, looking to give it back, and then elects to shoot on that far side, but Reed there makes the save, holds on, no rebound. They had to make sure there's no room between him and his post. A minute gone now in the power play. Face-off will stay inside the V zone. This face-off in the feet. Dartmouth trying to clear. Can't get it by the blue line. Crisscross pass. Blandon look for traffic in front as everybody's collapsing on the goal. Reed with a nice save. Puck stays in. At the blue line. Looking for an opening. There's a shot. That hit the body in front. Goes to the open corner. Now Terrace. He puts it down low. Him and Breen go back and forth. Tries to go back up top. Look for an opening now. McCrae. Oh, front. Puck's loose. Goalie's down. Couldn't quite get the shot off. They elect to go in behind. Chipping in from the blue line. McCray now. He's in the corner. He leaves it. Trying to get it back as McCray with a little redirect. So that's going to come back over here to Terrace. Terrace down low. Breen. Terrace. Will he shoot? He does. Looking for some room here on the short side. Save's made. Whistle goes as puck rolled down for the moment, but it was after the whistle, so a little extra pushing and shoving. 13 seconds remaining here in the power play. As the Wildcats coming close in the power play, but unable to get anything by Reed here so far. Face off. Almost came right on top of Reed, but it's picked up by Korharski. He's going to clear it out to center. As Wildcats wait for everybody to get back on side. Penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. Stoddard moves it up. And a little extra move, one too many. As the player steps out of the box, the whistle goes. Offside's the call. 2:12 remaining here in the second. Dartmouth able to kill that off. Now they'll look to feed on that, but try to get the equalizer here before the intermission. They try to push it forward. Looking to take it with him here. Osmond, sorry. And now behind the other, a shot after the whistle. But no intent there. I believe the net was knocked off on the far side. As the officials will put that back on. As Osmond already scored here this evening, he's looking for another one. This face-off will come to the right of the Wildcats goaltender. This face-off in the skates. Valley, find it. Looking to send Terrace. Terrace trying to find it. Terrace trying to get a step. Terrace! And he gets taken down. Looks a quick look at the official. And his arm stays down as well. Just a good battle going to the net. And now Dartmouth clicking back the other way. Pass far side. Here's a chance. Firing that one. Not sure if it was a deflector or not, but Cloud misses that one wide. Now the official's arm is up. And we're going to get a cross-checking call. I think a little frustration there for number 13, Braden Cloud. And he had that opportunity. Oh, careful there as he slams the door of the official's fingers right there. So now another power play opportunity for the Wildcats. 1:37 remaining here in the second. Face off now, blocker side on the Dartmouth goaltender. See Terrace set up right in behind his centerman, but Dartmouth wins that draw. They're going to clear that out. Valley waits for everybody to get back on side. Terrace trying to get a step. Terrace moves over far side. Terrace looking to get back open. But that shot pass is going to be deflected up high in the glass, picked up in the corner now by Breen. Breen and Terrace trying to set something up. Breen behind. Looks over to the far side. There's a shot. That hits the defender in front. I'm pretty sure that was Hall taking that shot. It goes down for the moment. He's back up quickly. Terrace again. Down low to Breen. He looks to go front with it and trying to knock it off the defender. And Reed had to be careful there as right on the doorstep trying to shovel that backhand pass through the blue paint. Either try to get it through or knock it off his skate. But Reed was ready, makes the save, holds on. 1:02 remaining in the second, 1:25 left in the power play. Face-off controlled by the V's. They're going to send it down the length of the ice. Maxwell going to come way out to play it. He throws it behind his own net. Picked up in behind, and they look up ice. So 45 seconds left in the period. Banks skates in front of his own bench as he leaves that. Looks to get it back now. At the blue line, Breen. Banks has a quick look. He's going to pass up. That pass getting picked off. They're going to send Valley back again. He was looking for a change. No, he likes to stay on. Fourth deep again. Only 20 seconds. So Blandon's going to have to go quick here if he wants to make anything happen before the end of the period. Blandon going for a skate. Gets over the line. The old toe drag. Can't bring the puck with him. But second attempt there. Breen made a good chunk to hold the line. But Dartmouth in the second attempt able to knock it out. With only 1 second to go. The shot from the red line. It's going to hit Reed right in the old logo. and he's going to hold on as the horn goes. That's going to do it for us now after 2 periods of play. Wildcats lead 3-2, shots on goal 27-24 in favor of the Vs. We're going to take a short, about 10-minute break. Watch as Amboni go round and round. Those first 2 periods tell us anyone. The conclusion, this one should be fun. We'll see you right in a few. And you hear the sound of the music as the players make their way back to the ice surface. We're getting ready here for the third period. 3-2 our score after 40 minutes. Shots 27-24 in favor of the V's, but they're down by 1, and they got to kill off a penalty for 23 seconds to start this third period. With the face-off, Dartmouth push it back to their own zone. Now at the red line, they dump it in. Maybe a quick chance here for the Wildcats. They have to move quickly. They want to take advantage of the rest of this power play. Right in front of the penalty box. Dartmouth picks that off. Heads up there for the official. They took that right off the skate. Dartmouth this time gets it back, goes to center. As the penalized players out of the box. And we're back to even strength. And Dartmouth looking to feed off that little drop pass. Quick shot. That's going to be blocked in front. Dartmouth keeps possession. There's a shot. I don't think Maxwell saw that after it went by him on the short side. Some sticky ice down there in the corner. As the Valley looks to clear. And it is going to come outside the line. Dartmouth looking for a change. They put it back in deep. Valley will look to bring it up ice. On the far side. Left to the middle. That pass picked off. Couldn't quite corral it. And it's another chance here. This time they get the zone. Walking into Osmond. Looking out front. But that pass is picked off and cleared to the boards. Wildcats do clear it out to center. Hall back to pick it up in his own zone. He looks up ice. Quickly here to Morris. Morris, as they stay on side, dumps it in deep. You got to watch those boards there. They come right back out front. And Maxwell knew it as he stayed right on his post. Now at the blue line. Hall with a quick shot. Traffic in front. That hits the shin pad. And then tried to set up a shot coming in the high slot. Picked off by the Wildcats. They clear it out through the neutral zone. V's coming back that quick. And that one just misses the tip of Osmond. As he has a quick look at his stick and gives it a tap. Icing will be the call. Just over a minute and a half gone here in the third period. We'll bring it back to the Dartmouth zone. It's been a great battle between these two teams. As points ever so important here in the later stages of the season to see who's going to play who here with the playoffs just a few weeks away. The official really don't like how those wingers are lined up there in front of the goaltender. And then they finally drop the puck. Dartmouth goes from corner to corner. They look up ice. They've been coming out flying to start this third period, but they couldn't connect with that pass. And that's going to be as Nickerson gets caught on the wrong side. A quick look back there. He might have lost a piece of his helmet or something. Either way, Nickerson gets caught on the offside. That'll bring it in front of the penalty box. This face-off again, controlled by Dartmouth inside their own zone. Looking up through the middle there for Outlet. They get some help from Uvari, dumps it in deep. Move to the far side there by Ringanette. They look up ice. A hard sauce pass there on the tape of Gamden, who knocks it down. Gamden gets some speed. If he walks over the line, that shot gets through. Reed able to pad it to the corner. Now they look for a loose puck. Punched up ahead. Pearl chipping in from the blue line. It's in the skates now. Both teams looking for it. Does just get outside the line. Pushed up ahead by Ouellette. Wildcats pick that. Oh, that cross ice pass almost picked off there. That's getting a stick down with Ouellette. Now it goes back to the blue line. Looking out front. Traffic in front. And somehow you can see the two players right in front of Maxwell. He's able to make a save. Keep it out. Rebound from the corner. Wildcats will try again in the skates. And the second time can't clear. This one's going to be gloved down by Gamden. He's going to go for a little skate as he brings it up through the middle. Gamden by himself. 1-on-3. Fires the shot. That goes off the defender's skate. Dartmouth will look to clear. Goes off another skate, and this time just spinning and turning. Reed, lucky he's paying attention there as he makes a save. They got a player open up to the middle, trying to catch the Wildcats on a change. Walking alone, fire one, but got to miss that one well wide. Was Darcy Uvari on the far side now. Picked up by Breen. This one is Finbleen. He can't get the players all tied up there. Falls down. Play continues. Heads up there. Welcome to U16. As stepping up and laying the hit there was Cornu. Now the chance here. Looking to clear. Now we got to get a race for it. Dartmouth's got to get there first. So Snow from the corner. Snow looking to bring it back out front. His teammates are making a change. Does come out. Bouncing puck picked up by the Wildcats. They'll just chip it up to the middle. Hillier gives it over to his partner Hall. Hall looks to skate up ice. Hall hits the red line, chips it up ahead. A little bit too far for the intended target. Now the Wildcats went the other way, but that pass doesn't quite connect. Now Hillier leaves it in the corner. But stepping off the bench now is Etheridge. He tries to come out of the corner with the puck. He throws it up front. They bounce it around, and Reeve with 2 nice saves in tight. Dartmouth trying to clear it. High off the glass. Big hit there as Hall steps into his player. And Dartmouth looks to wheel it up ice. Snow, far side. Looking back out front. That goes just off his skate. And though Etheridge now for the Wildcats will look to clear. Fired the line, but it went off his teammate's glove. Landed on his stick as he wanted to put it back in deep. So hand pass, and the faceoff will come outside. 4.5 gone now here in the third period. Shots all evened up now, 28 apiece. But the Wildcats still leading by 1. Wildcats will stay on the road tomorrow to head up and take on the Thunder, where Dartmouth will in essence be at home at Cole Harbour. I'm sure that's their home ice, not RBC, but either way, as they take on the Kings. Both teams go back and forth through the neutral ice. Dartmouth forces the Wildcats down deep. They're trying to rim it around the wall. Going to be kept in at the blue line by Morrison. Morrison will try again. This time, Breen is able to chip it out. Nicholson trying to force it back in deep, and does, deep in the corner. Chase it down now is Olmsted. Along the boards, Wildcats keep it in. From the hash mark, just kind of spun and fired through one towards Reed. They went to the opposite corner. Trying to move it. It's going in there, cleaning house with Nickerson. And it comes up with a puck. Backhanded pass out front. Now spinning and turning Terrace. Gets it back. Terrace walks in. Backhand, but can't release the trigger. And then spinning and firing Gostin. He can't get it through. And then Troop fires one that doesn't get through. Now it finally gets open as Gostin puts that through the blue paint. There's not many here for the Valley, but they are loud on the far side. But you can hear them playing today, cheering their team on. Now loose puck on the side of the goal. Still loose in the skates. They still whack away. There's Reed down. Puck's loose. And somehow it stays open. The Wildcats still have the puck. As Troop at the blue line. Takes a bump. Tries to keep the puck in. It does pop out. Wildcats will make a change as they got to tag up in the offside. Blandon down there the forecheck. Wildcats look to move it quickly. Pass gets through. As trying to chase it down was Ross. Wildcats get that first. Move it around. Now to the far side. Etheridge. He looks up ice. Trying to connect there with Blandon. A little bit too far for him. At Dartmouth back in their own zone. They go D to D. They look up ice. Pass a little too far. Not going to make it far enough for icing. Back to the pick it up now. It's Ringoulet. He's going to fire one up. And that one is going to be chased down by Blandon. No, they say no. As getting there first to the race was Dartmouth. The Wildcats beyond a little bit of change. Face off come in the Wildcat zone. Blocker side, almost 7 minutes gone now here in the third. As time starting to come a little more crucial now here in this 1-goal game. Dartmouth with the draw. Little draw pass. Looking out front, can't get the pass through. Valley picks it off. Losing the skates for the moment. Trying to pick it back up. He's got Ross on top of him, trying to find a loose puck. Referee right down low, yelling at them to move it. 2 red jerseys, 2 white jerseys. It does poke out. Blandon trying to protect the puck. Looking for some help there from Keddy. Pops out. The Wildcats have it behind their own net. Got to go high at the glass, looking for a bounce. Kept in at the blue line. Third time's the charm for the Wildcats. It does get out. Dartmouth got to tag up. Chance here for the Wildcats behind their own net. For a long pass up through the middle. Hillier picks off in his own zone. He hands it off. And then almost whiffs on that puck there as his own last player back was Crew. Dartmouth though with some speed. Dartmouth trying to make a move. Far side. Dartmouth works in. Maxwell save. Rebound. Net's knocked off. Whistle's going to go. As Dartmouth coming close. As that burst of speed there by Cloud. As He had a nice net drive, but a better save from Maxwell, and I believe he knocked the net off. That's why the faceoff will come outside. Almost 8 minutes remaining now. Or 8 minutes gone here. 12 minutes remaining if we get our math correct on a Friday evening. Puck back in the zone. Spinning away from it. Crowned again, loses the handle, but gets some help from Hillier, who hands it off to Hall. Hall regroups. Quick pass up now to Parsons. He tries to get a step. As these teams just again go back and forth. Dartmouth finally just elects to put it down in deep. Fireboys, big hit down that far side as Gamden gets taken out by Parsons. But there's Gamden out with the puck as they get back on side. And they're going to say they're off. Oh, no. I thought it was going to be offside, but no. There's going to be a penalty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we counting numbers? Is there too many players? And that it is. I love having an official up here in the booth so I can make sure all the calls are correct. So power play opportunity now here for the Vs. Bench Minor being charged to the Wildcats for too many players. So golden opportunity now as you approach the halfway mark here in the third period for Dartmouth to tie this hockey game up. Puck picked up and a battle there in the high slot. Won by Dartmouth, or by the Vs, sorry. The Vs got to pick it up in their own zone as the Wildcats picking it. Now down there on the forecheck, looking for a loose puck was Nickerson. Now he has to hustle back. Nice little poke check by Breen. But this attempt from the Vs to gain entry to the zone works. There's a spin backhand pass. It goes all the way through, kept in by the blue line by Saunier. Saunier walks in, top circle. He fires a shot. That goes off a skate. And it's going to make its way all the way outside the zone. Back to pick it up. Iolet deep in his own zone. He has a quick look up ice. Pass out on the far side. Stopping up now is Carew. And that's going to be offside. As the puck kind of popped one way, player went the other way. 1:09 remaining in the power play. Offside the call. Face-off will come just below us. Reminder everybody, keep an eye on the High Button channel all weekend as we got U18 playoffs, U18 female playoffs starting this weekend as well as plus the U15, U16. So tons of games all weekend. And that pass almost picked off by Troop in the zone there. Had a little bit of room. And the Wildcats able to force them down deep. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Looking to wind one up, Osmond. He tried to get a step on that far side, but that's going to be taken away by Troop. Troop almost brings it in with one hand. They just onside has come out, puts it in deep. They look for a change. 35 seconds remain. Now with some speed again. Osmond, he walked in, he fires one. And Maxwell was going to play that, but elects to hold on. 26 seconds remaining in the power play. 9:52 left here, third period. And again, pumping the jams here at the old arena tonight. Bringing me back to junior high. This is a good day. As we try to get them all set up here. Face off, back up top. Dartmouth has it. Walks in far side, look for the traffic in front. Shot gets through. Saves made, rebounds not cleared as Dartmouth's able to force it to the corner. Cloud to the far side, 10 seconds. Put down in deep. In behind the goal now, Parsons. Parsons trying to win a puck battle. He hands it off in the corner. Penalized player gets ready to step on the box, pass up top, Hall. Hall tries to get a step. He steps to turns, fires, Maxwell save. Rebound comes to the corner, back to even strength, 5-on-5, quick pass. Cloud walks in, fires a shot, scores! We got a tie hockey game. Number 13, Braden Cloud. Tying it up at 3. Just after the penalty expires. Able to get to a nice shot, fires that one far side. With just over 9 minutes to go, we're now tied 3-3. Lots of hockey left to be played, especially here at U16. A lot of goals can happen in this much time. Or will we see extra hockey here on a Friday evening? Valley trying to get that right back. They were able to do that back in the second period when Dartmouth tied it up. Looking to do the same thing again. They try to force a pass out front. That's picked off, and Dartmouth will try to clear. They look to move it up along the boards. Kept in again. Blandon. He tries to find some room to move. There's a shot towards the goal. That hits a skate, goes to the opposite corner. Etheridge trying to find it. Looking to kick it ahead. Dartmouth picks it off in the opposite corner. They go along the boards. As far as the blue line, second attempt gets out. Now trying to pick it up. Almost got inside the zone, but Valley there again quickly. Move it out, a good active stick there to knock it back in from Hughes. Both teams look for it, trying to find it. Here's a chance, they scored one there from moments ago, but this time Maxwell able to cut the angle down, make the save as Bryce Carroll with a nice little shot there. Good shift for the young man from U15. Fitting right in with the U16 club. 8:19 remaining here in the third. Face-off blocker side, Valley zone. Dartmouth controls, back up top. Morrison, little side step. Morrison fires a shot. And that had all kinds of traffic in front. Saves made. Rebounds picked up, sent down the length of the ice. See if this one makes it far enough for icing. Icing's waved off. Great call by the officials. They didn't make it quite long enough. They go DDD inside their own zone. Quick pass up here. As Cloud scored moments ago, loose puck. Referee blows the whistle as he loses sight. As Cloud looking for another one, trying to give Dartmouth. They had the lead way back in the first period. Would love to get one here in the later stages of the third. This face-off to the half wall. Quick shot from the lane. That's blocked. Now we got to get a race for it. McKay trying to get there in front of Cornu. And a good job by the Dartmouth defender to get there first. This puck going to come outside the line. Gosling fires it in. They got to get back up onside, excuse me. Now here at center. Trying to make things happen. Little hit there down below. It's got a couple fans going. Play continues. Wildcats inside their own zone. All tied up here down below us. Now the referee's arms up. I think this one's going to go against, as McCray tries to get all untangled. Let's see what's going to go here. Now it looks like both of them are going. Hopefully, couldn't see as the boards was against us there, but slow to get up from the Dartmouth player. Dartmouth looked like they were getting the initial call. And then McCray, with a little bit of frustration, was yanking and pulling and took the Dartmouth player down. Trainer's out now to have a look. We can't see the number with our vantage point here up above. So with 7:05 to go here in the third, referee's having a conversation on the far side to see if anybody's getting any extras here. As we get things all figured out, just going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Okay, after that little delay, the unfortunate part is number 16, Ethan Parsons, was the injured player for the V's, and he had some help as he head down the tunnel underneath us. But up on the scoreboard, it lit up like a Christmas tree a little bit. 5-minute major has been assessed to the Wildcats. So number 18, Finn Lean, is serving it. So right now we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey as Dartmouth was getting the initial call. And that's being served by Carroll. Of course, obviously, with Parsons being in the dressing room. So right now, 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And then the V's will have a 3-minute power play. So with 6:30 to go here, lots of interesting action as we look to end this game. That puck squirted out on the Wildcats. They look to try to catch Dartmouth on a change, but they're going to send that down the length of the ice. They're going to miss with that pass. And they'll be charged with the icing. So 1:12 remaining now here, 4-on-4. Face-off will come Trapper side. In the Wildcats zone, comes with a scramble draw that gets pushed to the corner. Big hit along the boards there. Dartmouth able to find the loose puck in behind. Little fake go front. That can be picked off by the Wildcats. And another one almost popped out front. Wildcats have it again. Another hard hit there. And a good play by Dartmouth. But good, better plays here. They're trying to get my voice going on here by the Wildcats. They try to shove one toward the front of the goal. Terrace couldn't quite catch up with it. Another battle on the boards. Puck pops out. Dartmouth trying to move. Little spin move there through the middle. Make it look pretty with Alouette. But now here comes the Wildcats trying to get a step. Far side. Breen trying to get through. Gets all tangled up. And Hillier is going to be heading to the box. As number 8, Nolan Breen, almost got a step. But it got all tangled up by number 4, Kaz Hillier. And he's going to head to the box. I think the Wildcats fans might be looking for a penalty shot. Didn't quite have enough step there for that one. So 28 seconds. We're going to have 4-on-3. And then it'll stay 4-on-4. So Dartmouth unable to take advantage of this 5-minute major. Might get a little bit of time. Obviously, depend what else transpires here. So right now, 4-on-3. Banks walks in. He tries to find some room short side. Returns that aside. Holds on. Makes sure there's no rebound. 5:23 remaining here. Third period. Shots 34-31 in favor of the V's. But we're all tied up 3 on the draw now. Wildcats. Cameron, little sauce pass over to Stoddard. Stoddard walks in, top circle. He likes to shoot. Saves made. Rebounds picked up. And Dartmouth will look to clear, and they do. There's Maxwell coming way out. Only 5 seconds left here. 4-on-3. And then we'll go 4-on-4 now for a minute and a half. Oh, what a check there at center as Carroll came right out of the penalty box and laid a nice hit to break up that chance coming up the ice. Now Cameron loses 6. It's a pass out front. Chance here. Walking and shoots. It's off the post. And gets a rebound that goes off the side of the post as Grew with a couple chances there. Now the Wildcats. 4-on-4. Puck comes outside the zone. As the bounce is back in. Dartmouth gets back onside. Carroll looking to bring it in. He absorbs a hit as he pushes it along the boards. Now Stoddard trying to clear. Carroll pushing this puck through in this shift. There's a shot. And rebound loose for the moment as Kucharski threw that on goal. So still 4-on-4 for another 43 seconds. And math skills aren't very good after a long week at work here late Friday night. But it'll be about a minute and a half that the V's will have on a power play. Right now, they're 4-on-4. They got control of the puck. They move over to the far side. There's a shot. Look for a deflection front. Maxwell's down. Doesn't know where it is. But it's underneath him, and the whistle goes. Dartmouth coming close. 4:07 remaining here now, third period. Get lined up in the draw. Get everything set behind Maxwell. Face-off comes out and outside the zone. Dartmouth looking to reset here at center. Tries to push it back in. That pass almost picked off by Pearl. Now Dartmouth will try again from the corner. Almost lost it right at the side of the goal. Pearl looking to pick it up. Pearl from the corner. Colin Pearl fakes the drop, walks up top. He likes to shoot, fires one. But out to the top of his crease is Reed. Sees that all the way through. Makes a save, holds on. 3:41 remaining here. Should we say regulation? 9 seconds remaining here. In the power, or for the 4-on-4, sorry. Then the V's will start the power play. Looking for could be a fun finish, or will we see extra hockey here? There's a chance off the face-off. That hits a skate and just goes wide. V's look to pick it up from the corner. They start to look up ice. Penalized player steps out of the ice, and they look to set up their power play now as Hillier going to head to the bench. Jumping on for him is Ross. Here comes Dartmouth. Crisscross up to the middle. With some speed is Saunier, but offside on the far side. They're showing some promise there, bringing the puck up the ice. A little apology from Ross to his teammate as the faceoff will come down below us. To try to decide where the faceoff's going to be. Here we go. Saunier lines up with Nickerson. He fires it straight ahead. 1:10 to go in the power play. Here comes Alouette, looking for some room. The old toe drag shot. Tried to get the goalie to open up enough, but Maxwell not filled. You see how far out on the top of his crease he is as well. There's a lot of space between him and his blue paint as he came way out to cut down the angle. Holds on. 1 minute to go in the power play. 3:04 left here now, third period. This face-off, chipped out, sent down the length of the ice. Reed going to come out to play that. He puts it in behind. Picked up by Carew. He's going to skate up ice. He's going to hit the red line, rimming around. Trying to pick up on the far side. Forced in deep is Keddy. He looks to clear. Puck stays loose. Trying to reach for it. Spinning, turning, firing. Maxwell is down. Still down. Puck still loose. And somehow the Wildcats able to find that with that melee in the front of the goal. Clear. 22 seconds remaining now here in the power play. Then it looked like a license. Made a little big collision there as Terrace stepped up. Now in front of the Wildcats bench. Dartmouth trying to force it in. It's in the skates. They bang at it, and it does force out. Terrace trying to pick it up. Getting back there first. It's going to be Alouette. He makes a move right outside his own line. He keeps control. He gets taken down. Everybody has a look at the referee as play continues. So back to even strength. Under 2 minutes to go. Wildcats maybe trying to feed off that penalty kill. They hit the red line. They're unable to get by. Cloud, though, moves up, and he would have been sprung off to the races. And he does have a step here. Short side. Gets a chance. Shots on goal. Maxwell with a huge save. Wildcats trying to clear. And it does come outside the line as Hall going to hand it back now. Hillier back to Hall. Hall got to lose the handle. And there's a pass off and almost a chance there as Camo could have been sprung in alone. Couldn't quite pick up the loose puck. Now along the boards. 1:20 remaining here in the third. Another race for it as Gamden and Cloud. And then the backhand on the trying to come back out front again. Looking out front. And the chance is there as Osmond trying to be the hero with almost a minute left to go. Wildcats move it out. It's forced again. That pass doesn't connect. Camo trying to put it in deep. Dartmouth picks that up. Wildcats trying to get a quick change in. Look for a chip pass up here through center to try to connect with Muse. Wildcats pick it off. And now look to move it up ice. There's a touch pass. Here's a partial 2-on-1 inside the zone. And Etheridge over skates the puck. Couldn't quite get the pass over, but does push it to the corner. Pass out front. Pearl can't pull the trigger. Now Stoddard trying to keep it down low. Stoddard takes his player down, and he looks up. I had a quick look at the referees as well. Player gets taken down in the corner. Slow to get up as Etheridge 25 seconds remaining. Trying to one-handed pass out front is Pearl. Pearl stops up, hands it off, trying to come off the half while spinning and firing. That's going to go wide. 12 seconds. There's a chance that that's going to be missed and just goes wide. Banks stepped into one the high slot. Dartmouth's just going to clear. Now we're going to get a race for him. Maxwell well out, and that puck almost went off his defender and comes in, and the horn's going to go. And that's going to do it for us for regulations. Not going to solve anything. We need overtime. Shots 40-34 in favor of the Vs. We're able to tie it up here in the third period. We're going to take a short break here, get set up for overtime. We'll be right back for 5 minutes, if not a shootout. And just like that, we're back. 3-on-3 overtime. Try to get a quick look. I see Breen. Who else is that lined up at center? I think it's number 22. I'm pretty sure that's Ross. No, it's number 20, sorry. Uvari. And Dartmouth going to get that draw. So they're going to look to set up here now as we start this overtime frame. With some speed. Here comes Osmond. You know he likes to skate. And he's got some speed. He's looking to end this early, but a good active stick there by Gamden to knock that loose. Now Gamden look for another one. Now here's a chance. A 2-on-0 as Terrace in alone in the breakaway. Back in and scores! Ending this one early in overtime is going to be number 21. He's leading the team in points for a reason. Jack Terrace going to put this one to bed. That was a fun one, folks. Didn't take long in overtime, only 27 seconds in. And the Wildcats will take this one. That'll do it for us here. Want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. Mike and Cohen, High Button Sports. We'll see everybody next game.